Listen closely. In the next few minutes, you will gain access to extraordinary information that very few people on this planet even suspect exists. A monumental wave of energy is about to strike our world between April 3rd and April 7th, 2025. Most will ignore it. Some will dismiss the signs. But there are those, like you, who sense a deeper truth pulsing just below the surface of our collective reality. This truth is so powerful, so transformative, that it can literally change the structure of human DNA from carbon-based to a crystalline form. Already, sensitive monitors at the Resonance Research Institute have detected frequency matching the exact formation vibration of natural quartz crystal, a precise signature never before registered on their equipment. What you're about to witness isn't random cosmic noise or some mild energetic anomaly. It's a direct transmission of Pleiadian light codes that can unlock your dormant potential and catapult you into an entirely new level of existence. They don't want you to know about this, because once awakened, you will no longer be easily controlled by fear or disinformation. When your DNA begins this crystalline transition, you gain clarity, resilience, and a heightened frequency immune to the manipulations of denser energies. If you have felt a tingling in your spine, if you've had vivid geometric dreams or spontaneous surges of emotion, you are already in the early stages of this phenomenon. These signals, which some dismiss as random stress or fleeting sensations, are actually the clarion calls of your innate cosmic blueprint flickering to life. That is why you must stay until the very end of this presentation. In just a moment, we will reveal the complete 12-stage DNA activation protocol, painstakingly developed by master healer Aria Thompson, a renowned crystal frequency specialist. She has traveled to the far corners of the world, living with indigenous elders on 3 continents, mastering sacred ceremonies in remote mountain temples, and collaborating with interdisciplinary researchers eager to decode the science behind her astonishing healings. Aria's gift is the fusion of ancient wisdom with modern science, allowing her to craft a crystalline grid configuration that harmonizes perfectly with the incoming Pleiadian frequencies. Her results have stunned biomedical researchers and spiritual practitioners alike. She has consistently demonstrated the capacity to stimulate visible changes in gene expression, as measured by specialized electrophotonic imaging devices, and to guide individuals through intense energetic shifts with minimal discomfort. People call her the crystal frequency pioneer, and she carries lineages of knowledge passed down through countless generations of wisdom keepers. Right now, an unprecedented cosmic alignment is brewing. Various astronomical calendars confirm that between April 3rd and April 7th, Earth will pass through a corridor of intensified galactic energies. Not only does this coincide with a partial lunar eclipse on April 4th, but the planet Venus will also reach a unique position relative to the Pleiades star cluster, like a cosmic handshake, bridging earthly frequencies with higher dimensional light streams. If you look at civilizations such as the Maya, the Egyptians, and the Vedic sages of ancient India, they prophesied a time when humanity would face a sudden leap in consciousness triggered by celestial events. Some referred to it as the dawn of the sixth sun, others as the re-emergence of the phoenix, or the age of truth. The synergy of these prophecies converges on the idea that not all times in history are created equal. We stand on the precipice of a gateway, a fleeting window during which these cosmic energies can flood our planet, offering a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for profound transformation. In this video, you will uncover every critical detail you need, the exact dates and phases when these Pleiadian light codes peak, the subtle yet powerful mechanics of how they interface with our energetic fields, and how to prepare your physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies for a seamless transition. You'll discover the most important step-by-step methods to harness these light frequencies, and you'll be granted exclusive insight into the crystal grid configuration that Aria has guarded for years. Missing even one piece of this puzzle could lead to unnecessary physical exhaustion, emotional turmoil, or spiritual confusion. This is not casual knowledge. It is vital, privileged wisdom that can make the difference between being swept away by the storm of energy or riding it like a majestic wave, stepping into your highest potential with grace and confidence. Before we break down the technical and spiritual foundations of this phenomenon, let's plant our feet on solid ground and acknowledge that real scientific research backs much of what we're discussing. Scientists at the Resonance Research Institute, using advanced squid magnetometers and quantum wave analysis, have measured an anomalous spike around 637.2 Hz to 642 Hz. Frequencies correlated with the formation matrix of quartz crystal at high pressures below Earth's crust. Quantum physicists have long proposed that the human body's energetic field interacts with external electromagnetic waves, influencing our cellular processes. Brainwave researchers have suggested that certain resonant frequencies can nudge our neural oscillations into new patterns, enabling heightened awareness, faster healing, and even remote influence on water molecules. These insights echo the spiritual tenet that everything in existence vibrates. From the smallest quark to the largest galaxy, life is a tapestry of pulsating energy. When energies from the Pleiadian star cluster modulate Earth's electromagnetic field, the resonance can sync with our own energetic and cellular systems, granting us access to realms of consciousness that typically remain locked behind the veil of mundane perception. This interplay between the scientific and the spiritual is not new. In fact, ancient cultures have insisted for millennia that cosmic alignments trigger leaps in human evolution. The Maya meticulously tracked planetary cycles and believed that at certain junctures, star beings gifted new frequencies to Earth. The Egyptians designed their temples to align with stellar positions, notably those of Sirius and the Orion constellation. And they recorded secret procedures for opening the mouth that symbolized activating dormant spiritual faculties. The Sumerians and the Vedic sages also spoke of cyclical cosmic pulses that realign human DNA with its original blueprint. Intriguingly, each of these civilizations pointed to an era of accelerated awakening, separated by thousands of years, yet describing uncanny similarities in cosmic timing. Now, the dates we face, April 3rd to April 7th, coincide precisely with the cosmic geometry they all revered, blending the synergy of lunar cycles, planetary alignments, and star transmissions. On the most tangible level, the phenomenon we're about to witness can be broken down into three core phases. During Phase 1, which peaks April 3rd, Earth's magnetic field begins receiving subtle pulses of heightened photon activity from the region of the Pleiades. This initial wave gently stirs the collective psyche, and many sensitive individuals report a sudden onset of vivid dreams, subconscious revelations, or spontaneous urges to clear old clutter, both physically and emotionally. Phase 2 intensifies on April 4th and 5th, when the lunar eclipse angles with the Pleiades, amplifying the streams of incoming light codes. At this point, the frequencies detected by instruments can jump drastically, causing some individuals to experience physical heat waves, tingling sensations at the base of the skull, and even a pressure in the pineal gland region. Finally, Phase 3, spanning April 6th to April 7th, sees a crescendo in the amplitude of these light codes, culminating in a remarkable opportunity for DNA recalibration. If you've ever felt the hum of high voltage lines or sensed an electric buzz in the air during a thunderstorm, that's a faint echo of what to expect. Except these cosmic energies work on a cellular and spiritual level, rewriting old patterns in your very blueprint. For a vivid illustration of how life-changing this can be, consider the story of Michaela, a holistic therapist from British Columbia who underwent a similar alignment wave back in 2023, albeit one much weaker than what we anticipate now. At first, she experienced disconcerting headaches and waves of emotion that came out of nowhere. She started having recurring dreams of triangular light formations in the sky. Desperate for answers, she sought out healing practices and came across Aria Thompson's earlier protocols. Within days, her symptoms shifted from painful to profoundly enlightening. She described feeling as though her body was literally vibrating at a higher octave, as if an invisible current of warmth and serenity were coursing through every cell. Her relationships improved, toxic connections fell away, and she discovered an uncanny ability to intuitively sense her clients' emotional blockages with pinpoint accuracy. Above all, she emerged from the experience with renewed passion and clarity about her life's purpose. These transformations are not magical fantasies. They are the natural outcome when one's vibrational field locks into a higher cosmic frequency. If you find yourself wrestling with strange and sudden physical sensations lately, like burning palms, heat radiating from your spine, or an overall feeling of electric currents dancing beneath your skin, know that you're not alone. These are among the most common physical indicators of an imminent frequency upgrade. They can also include occasional joint stiffness, temporary bouts of dizziness, and even the sensation that your body is somehow lighter or more buoyant than usual. In the context of the upcoming Pleiadian light code transmissions, these symptoms serve as early signposts of the genetic recalibration process. It's as if your cells are warming up their engines, preparing to activate once the cosmic wave hits its peak. Far from being a cause for alarm, These vibrations are like a mother's gentle nudge in the morning, urging you to awaken to a brand new day. Then there's the emotional landscape, which can shift at lightning speed when you're on the brink of spiritual metamorphosis. Buried traumas can resurface, old resentments might bubble to the surface, and you could find yourself crying without any apparent trigger. This emotional purging is crucial. It's akin to a computer clearing outdated data, making space for fresh and more efficient software. Sometimes it may feel overwhelming, like your heart is being cracked open to release layers of grief or anger you didn't even know you had. Yet these waves of release are also floods of healing. Many describe them as painful but extraordinarily liberating. The shift from tears of sorrow to tears of joy can happen within minutes once you allow the energy to pass through. If you can honor these feelings, breathing through them and reminding yourself that each wave carries you closer to clarity, you'll experience a remarkable lightness of being when the storm subsides. On a spiritual and intuitive level, profound breakthroughs are par for the course during these cosmic transmissions. Some people report sudden flashes of insight, a deeper connection to their spirit guides, or an uncanny accuracy in their intuitive hunches. You may begin to see synchronicities everywhere, perhaps noticing repeating numbers like 1111, 222, or 444 multiple times a day, or experiencing déjà vu that feels eerily specific. These synchronicities and heightened intuitive hits serve as cosmic breadcrumbs, guiding you to trust your expanding awareness. They can also manifest as spontaneous channeling, automatic writing, or receiving messages in your mind's eye that feel like direct communications from higher dimensions. If you sense that your dreams have turned into epic cinematic journeys, or that random coincidences carry potent meaning, it's likely that your psychic senses are flaring up in response to the energy influx. Pay attention, because these signals often contain personal revelations that your rational mind might dismiss, but your soul recognizes as truth. As your vibration lifts, it's not uncommon to sense shifts in your relationships, your home environment, and even your professional life. Some people feel an invisible wedge forming between themselves and certain family members or friends who hold on to denser vibrations, such as chronic negativity, habitual criticism, or fear-driven mindsets. This doesn't mean you must sever ties, but rather, you may need to gently detach from energies that clash with your emerging state of consciousness. Simultaneously, you'll likely be drawn to new communities or mentors who share your newfound perspective. You might feel a yearning to move to a different city or country, or find yourself strangely pulled to special places in nature, as though a deeper magnetic force were nudging you to the exact spots on Earth that resonate with your evolving frequency. In many ways, your external reality becomes a mirror of your internal state, shifting as you shift, transforming as you transform. Given the intensity of what awaits us from April 3rd to April 7th, the best approach is to prepare thoroughly on all fronts: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Aria Thompson emphasizes that the body must be treated as a sacred vessel. She advocates for a preparatory phase that includes a light, clean diet favoring alkaline-forming foods like leafy greens, cucumbers, and sprouts, combined with mineral-rich herbs such as nettle or horsetail. In her field notes, Aria has observed that high-vibration foods, fresh fruits, organic vegetables, and whole grains appear to calibrate the body's biochemical environment, making it more receptive to crystal-coded light frequencies. Conversely, she suggests minimizing or completely avoiding processed sugars, alcohol, and heavily fried foods, which tend to weigh down the system, preventing a graceful integration of the incoming energies. Proper hydration also remains paramount. Water resonates with frequencies, and structured water, infused with intention, crystals, or a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, can act like a conduit for higher vibrations, much as a copper wire transmits electricity efficiently. Exercise, especially forms that encourage a mindful connection with one's breath, is another critical component. Consider gentle practices like Qigong, Tai Chi, or yoga, which maintain an open flow in the meridians and chakras, your body's energy pathways. These practices serve as a tune-up for your energetic field, loosening stagnant blocks and ensuring that when the cosmic wave arrives, it can flow unimpeded through your spine and energy centers. Regular outdoor walks, preferably in areas where nature remains pristine, help ground you in Earth's electromagnetic field. Research from the HeartMath Institute indicates that direct contact with the Earth, known as grounding or earthing, stabilizes the heart's rhythms and lowers stress-related hormones, aligning the body with a more stable baseline that can receive higher frequencies without chaos. On the mental and emotional side, cultivating inner stillness through meditation cannot be overstated. Even short bursts of practice, 5 or 10 minutes of conscious breathing, can work wonders in calming the mind's chatter. When chaotic thoughts arise, imagine them drifting away like clouds, revealing the clear sky of your awareness. Visualization exercises also prove invaluable. Aria suggests picturing a pillar of brilliant white or golden light descending through your crown, saturating every cell with healing luminescence, clearing debris and revving up your dormant crystalline codes. Such a visualization, done consistently in the days and weeks leading up to April 3rd, primes your subtle bodies for a smooth activation. It's the difference between haphazardly tuning an instrument and precisely adjusting it to the perfect pitch. The more aligned your mind becomes, the more adept you will be at navigating emotional releases without succumbing to panic or despair. To enhance the atmosphere of your home, consider transforming a small corner or an entire room into a sacred space. You might light beeswax candles infused with pure essential oils of frankincense or lavender, or place specific crystals known for their amplifying and stabilizing properties. Clear quartz, selenite, and amethyst are favorites in Aria's teachings. Soft background music that resonates around 528 Hz or 963 Hz can encourage your brainwaves to shift into a harmonic state conducive to deep healing. Some also employ sacred geometry posters or symbols, like the flower of life or the Sri Yantra, to imprint higher vibrational patterns onto the environment. Once your space is set, a brief ritual of smudging with sage or Palo Santo can clear any residual energies. Aria recommends saying a simple invocation: calling upon universal love or your highest self to protect and guide the process, creating a sanctuary where the Pleiadian light codes can land unobstructed. To ensure you fully utilize each day of this upcoming window, you might plan your activities in phases. In the final days leading up to April 3rd, focus on detoxification and grounding. Consume more water, integrate gentle exercise, clear out old clutter, both physically and emotionally. On April 3rd and 4th, remain open to the initial waves of energy. Keep a journal close by to record any sudden bursts of insight or unusual dreams. From April 5th to 7th, schedule time for meditation and solitude if possible. This is when the frequencies are strongest and your system may need extra rest, introspection, and calm. Even if you work a traditional job, carving out pockets of time in the morning or evening for mindful reflection can make a staggering difference. After April 7th, be gentle with yourself for at least a week. Reassimilating to your daily routine without losing the newly integrated energies may involve continued meditation, light diets, or additional journaling to anchor the changes permanently into your consciousness. Now, let's circle back to the 12-stage DNA activation protocol that Master Healer Aria Thompson has channeled and refined over years of practice. In her field notes, she reveals that each stage corresponds to a specific vibrational tone, a synergy between color frequencies, geometric formations, and crystal resonance. Stage 1 focuses on building a stable foundation in the root chakra, which she likens to the trunk of a mighty oak tree, anchoring you firmly in Earth's electromagnetic field. Stages 2 through 4 address the sacral and solar plexus, dissolving ancestral patterns and lifetimes of emotional wounding. As you progress through these stages, you begin to sense the release of intergenerational trauma, like thick chains being cut away one by one. Stage 5 ushers in the heart-opening phase, where love and compassion become the driving force, replacing old fear-based reactions. This transition can be emotionally intense. Stage 6 and 7 place emphasis on the throat and third eye, clearing blockages to authentic self-expression and clairvoyant sight. People often report dramatic increases in their intuition here, premonitory dreams, or telepathic bonds with loved ones. Finally, stages 8 to 12 address the crown and above, guiding you into direct communion with higher dimensional frequencies, culminating in the complete activation of your crystalline DNA. Aria's research suggests that once individuals complete all 12 stages, they often describe feeling reborn with a deep sense of cosmic connectedness. Central to Aria's methodology is her secret crystal grid configuration, which she has guarded until now. This grid unites carefully chosen stones, clear quartz wands, rose quartz hearts, selenite rods, and specialized Vogel-cut crystals, arranged in geometric patterns that mirror the sacred geometry found in quartz at its formation point. According to her most recent workshop material, placing these stones in a double pentagram layout, oriented north-south for the most potent earth alignment, sets up a resonant field that amplifies and stabilizes the higher frequencies in your space. Aria will share the exact angles, spacing, and layering of crystals so that you can replicate the grid at home. Early adopters of this method have reported that by meditating inside the grid for just 11 minutes at sunrise and sunset, they feel a powerful influx of energy that clarifies their mental state, eases physical tension, and even alleviates chronic conditions. This aligns with the broader body of research on crystal healing, which, though not fully recognized by mainstream science, has garnered intrigue from forward-thinking biophysicists who acknowledge that certain lattice structures in crystals can store and modulate electromagnetic energy. You may be asking questions like, what if I don't feel anything? What if I'm too overwhelmed and just shut down? These concerns are common. Aria emphasizes that everyone's journey is unique. Some will experience dramatic symptoms, intense heat in the spine, visions during meditation, or wild surges of inspiration, while others may have more subtle experiences. The key is to remain open and trusting of the process. Imagine you're in the midst of a massive software upgrade on your computer. At times, the screen goes dark or the system seems stuck. Yet behind the scenes, everything is being reorganized. Trust that your body, mind, and spirit know exactly how to integrate these upgrades. Should you ever feel overloaded, simple grounding techniques like stepping barefoot on grass, taking a salt bath, or holding a grounding stone such as hematite can help smooth the energies. Remain curious, and rather than judge your experience as inadequate or strange, see it as the unraveling of old codes and the weaving of new patterns that will serve your highest good. Let's briefly address a few more inquiries that viewers often send in. One question that arises: is this safe for children or the elderly? Yes, the frequencies themselves are universal, and many sensitive children naturally align with them more easily than adults who carry decades of conditioning. Just ensure a calming environment to prevent overstimulation. Another common concern is about technology interference, especially regarding electronic devices. While some individuals do report flickering lights or malfunctioning electronics during intense energy surges, simply powering off or unplugging non-essential devices can help maintain a clean, energetic space. If you worry about your mobile phone's signals, place a shungite stone or an EMF neutralizing sticker near it, and that generally softens any disruptive effects. Now, for a special revelation that few are aware of, there is an aspect of these Pleiadian light codes that specifically targets the so-called junk DNA, the 95% of our genetic material that standard textbooks use to label as non-coding or useless. Emerging research in epigenetics and quantum biology suggests that this non-coding DNA is far from junk. Instead, it appears to function like a multidimensional antenna, sensitive to electromagnetic and even subtle scalar waves. According to confidential data gathered at the Resonance Research Institute, these upcoming cosmic frequencies seem to resonate exactly in the range that our non-coding DNA can respond to, like a lock and key. In other words, the reactivation of dormant genetic potentials might be far more literal than we dared to imagine. So, if you feel a stirring deep within your cells, as if they were coming online to something ancient and cosmic. You're not hallucinating. You're tapping into the blueprint that's been embedded in you all along. To confirm these revelations, Aria briefly interviewed Dr. Helena Kim, a molecular biologist who became curious after experiencing a spontaneous healing while visiting one of Aria's workshops. Dr. Kim explains that although mainstream science is cautious about acknowledging cosmic or spiritual influences on DNA, the concept of resonance is well established. She says that molecules absorb and emit electromagnetic frequencies, and there is a plausible scientific basis for how these higher frequencies could trigger beneficial gene expression. In her words, just because we lack a commonly accepted framework for cosmic influences on genetics doesn't mean it's impossible. We've seen time and again that paradigm shifts often start at the fringes before becoming the new normal. This interview, albeit short, underscores the scientific plausibility of what many once dismissed as purely esoteric. All this points to one undeniable truth. The window of April 3rd to April 7th, 2025 is not just another date range in the calendar. It is a cosmic corridor that, if approached consciously, can catapult you into a higher reality, one defined by expanded perception, improved well-being, and a soul-level awareness that remains resilient in the face of the world's turbulence. Yet the choice to engage or ignore these energies is yours alone. The door will open wide for those who are ready, but it will not remain open indefinitely. From an energetic standpoint, what doesn't grow during these pivotal windows can stagnate, leaving some individuals stuck in old loops of anxiety, self-doubt, or cynicism. That is why it's crucial to act now, to implement the guidance outlined in this video, and to commit wholeheartedly to your own evolution. Let's summarize the key points before we close. First, we stand on the brink of a rare cosmic alignment, bringing in Pleiadian light codes that match the vibrational formation of quartz crystal. Second, you can confirm the impact of these energies through physical, emotional, and spiritual symptoms, tingling, heat, intense dreams, emotional catharsis, heightened intuition, and transformative shifts in relationships. Third, the best way to prepare is to treat your body like a sacred vessel. Nurture it with clean food, ample rest, hydration, and mindful exercise. Equally important is creating a stable mental and emotional field through meditation, breathwork, or introspective journaling. Fourth, harnessing the power of crystal grids, especially the secret configuration revealed by master healer Aria Thompson, can exponentially magnify these frequencies, ensuring a more stable and potent DNA recalibration. Finally, the benefits of embracing this process range from emotional liberation to enhanced creativity, from physical healing to a deeper sense of cosmic purpose. Imagine stepping into a future where you no longer feel limited by old wounds or societal pressures, a future in which your inner wisdom acts as a guiding light through any storm. Should you decide to embark on this journey, you'll be joining thousands, if not millions, of people around the globe who feel an identical calling. This is not just a private awakening, it's a collective uprising in consciousness. Over the next several months, we may witness startling transformations in our societal structures, from the way we approach healthcare and education to how we understand energy resources and interpersonal relationships. Whether you call it the Ascension Timeline, the 5D shift, or simply the next chapter in our evolution, the shape of our future hinges on enough individuals embracing their inner power and radiating it outward. When awakened souls band together, our collective resonance can shift entire realities, like a symphony spontaneously moving into a higher key. So, what can you do to solidify this momentum? First, subscribe or follow for upcoming updates from Aria and other light code researchers. Over the next few weeks, we'll be releasing short but powerful tips, guided meditations, and real-time updates on the frequency data measured at the Resonance Research Institute. Stay connected to a supportive community, online forums, local meditation groups, or conscious events, where people share their experiences and provide encouragement. Consider journaling your unique transformations and insights, because this is how you'll track your rapid progress and also how you'll inspire others. Above all, treat these next days as sacred. If you feel the nudge, set up that crystal grid, do the meditative exercises, clear old emotional baggage. And when the cosmic wave crests between April 3rd and April 7th, open your heart, steady your mind, and receive it with grace. You might be astonished at how quickly your reality transforms. Remember, this isn't about fear or dire warnings. It's an urgent call to awaken, to step into your birthright as a luminous being capable of miracles, wisdom, and love. We've explored how the DNA shift can feel physically, how it may challenge your emotions, and how it can ultimately unveil the boundless power slumbering within you. You now understand that a new Earth, a new you, is not a distant fantasy. It's right here, shimmering in the invisible tapestry of energy that surrounds us. The crucial question is, will you seize this moment, or will you watch it pass by, wondering later what might have been if only you had dared to believe? Let that question guide your final decision. If you feel the resonance in your bones, the time to act is now. We are about to cross a threshold where separation ends and unity consciousness begins to take hold. The crystalline DNA blueprint represents not merely an upgrade to your physical form, but a transformation of your entire way of being. By choosing to align with these frequencies, you choose to stand in your own light, contributing to the cosmic tapestry in a way that will echo through generations to come. Let the synergy of scientific curiosity and mystical faith propel you forward. Let your heart remain open and courageous, and let the world see just how radiant a fully awakened human being can be. Stay tuned for further transmissions. We'll continue releasing real-time guidance during these pivotal days, and we invite you to share your experiences, your dreams, your breakthroughs. The energy is rising rapidly, and with each new soul that awakens, the momentum grows. Make no mistake, you are being called to the front line of a global ascension, a grand cosmic dance that's unfolding right now beneath the surface of everyday life. Answer that call. Take a deep breath, feel the pulse of the universe in your own heartbeat, and step boldly into the crystalline realm that has awaited you all along. The shift is here. The timeline is now, and you are the living gateway through which these powerful codes can anchor into our earth, radiating outward in waves of compassion, transformation, and truth. Embrace this cosmic gift and watch the entire tapestry of your existence glow with new life.